Hello and welcome back to Mere Words. I'm your host Jacob Mueller, and today I'd like to take you once again through the exciting world of poetry and short stories. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, as I received my first request from a friend of mine. Ren, thank you so much for introducing me to this poem. I really enjoyed it. We're going to take a huge leap forward from the 18th century poetry of Lord Byron to the 19th century poetry of Sara Teasdale. Born into a wealthy family in St. Louis, Teasdale would publish her first collection at the age of 23. She would marry her husband, Ernest Filsinger, 7 years later, and move to New York. Teasdale would publish 7 collections throughout her life and won the Poetry Society of America Prize and the Columbia Poetry Prize, which we now know as the Pulitzer Prize. Sadly, she committed suicide at the age of 43, but she left behind a legacy that was very accomplished for a woman in 19th century America. Teasdale's work is often described as unsophisticated. I don't think that's the right word as much as it is uncomplicated. And uncomplicated to me is the best type of literature. Her work is clear with what it wants to be. It's lyrical and often musical. Her later works would become more somber after her divorce and subsequent depression, as we'll see with today's work, but that can sometimes be an advantage on its own. Alright, my friends, sit back, relax, let your imagination stir. For your reading pleasure, I present There Will Come Soft Rains by Sara Teasdale. This isn't right. There we go. Wartime. There will come soft rains, and the smell of the ground, and swallows circling with their shimmering sound, and frogs in the pools singing at night, and wild plum trees in tremulous white. Robins will wear their feathery fire, whistling their whims on a low fence wire, and not one will know of the war, not one will care at last when it is done. Not one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly. And spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we are gone. Wonderful, as always. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed reading the work of Sara Teasdale. Thank you, Ren, for introducing me to this poem. If you have any more suggestions on what kind of poetry you would like to hear on this show, send an email to jdm154@shsu.edu. That'll be enough for today. Be sure to join me next time, where we'll continue to expand our imaginations with poetry. I look forward to seeing you again. Farewell.